Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and I gotta say it again. If you guys get annoyed by me raging, if you guys think that me screaming like a little child wakes up your child that is tucked away and in bed right now whenever you're watching this video at your local time zone, then lower the audio because I am going to get a little annoyed, I am going to get a little peeved, I am going to get a little upset. I am going to get a little tilted, as the kids would say. But, in reality, PlayStation, oh man, I'm having a field day calling them out for some of their nonsense. First of all, they've had an absolutely awful last 16 months in terms of their game output. Their first party has been abysmal. You want to know why it was abysmal? Because they're putting their funds and their resources creating trash like Concord, and that's where their focus lied for so long. And now you're gonna see a really, really sloppy hero shooter get released in August. I don't know, maybe it'll end up being good, maybe 4 people will actually buy it because it's not a free-to-play game, it's a buy-to-play game. Yeah, good luck with that one. We didn't have enough hero shooters on the market, but if that wasn't bad enough, earlier this year, they tried to pull a fast one on us with Helldivers 2, making that game require PlayStation Network account linking. Thankfully, the PC gaming community retaliated quite a bit, and PlayStation was like, okay, this ain't the console market. We can't play the exact same way that we play over there, where they'll just eat up everything we'll do. The PC market's a little bit different, but then they decided to go back on that with Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima, its single-player component, did not require PlayStation Network account linking, but its Legends multiplayer component, oh, that certainly did. What did that make happen? Oh, you can't buy the game in several regions. Well, now, you would think that based on the vitriol that was thrown at Helldivers 2 and Arrowhead, based on Ghost of Tsushima underperforming, even though it is the best performing PlayStation title as far as concurrent player counts goes and initial data that we've seen outside of Helldivers 2, which came out on the same day as its PlayStation release, Ghost of Tsushima, as far as these delayed release games, did incredibly well. I would beg to question that it probably would have done a lot better had it been available to sell at various regions, but, you know, we won't ever be privy to that information. Now, it continues, because with God of War Ragnarok, it is just not a multiplayer component that requires PlayStation Network account linking. Oh, God of War Ragnarok doesn't even have multiplayer. It requires account linking just to play the game. It is a totally single-player experience, but for some unknown reason requires account linking. Not only that, PlayStation has another game coming out on PC later this year, this fall, and that is Until Dawn. The remake of that will be coming out on PC in 2024. That also has the notice on the official Steam page. PlayStation Network account required, subject to the PlayStation Terms of Service and User Agreement over at PlayStationNetwork.com/terms of service. I imagine that they are doing this for, I would think, a multitude of reasons. The obvious one that I think most people are going to draw to, and it's the one that is absolutely sickening, and there's no way that there can be people at PlayStation that think that they can get away with doing this, but that is implement some sort of PlayStation Plus subscription requirement on PC players. Maybe in their demented, twisted little brains, they're thinking, hey, we're going all in on these live service games. Concord's going to be a big one for us, you guys. Concord's going to be huge, because Helldivers 2, thankfully, the vitriol was thrown there, and that game won't be getting PlayStation Network account linking as a requirement. But man, maybe they're thinking we're cooking up something spicy with Concord. So many people are going to want to play it. It's a live service hero shooter. The audience needs more of that, right, you guys? Man, if we're going to get this millions upon millions of concurrent players with Concord, this massive release, we better require PlayStation Network account linking. Think of all that we could do. We could make them put their email in. We could send them promotional email chains about buying PlayStation consoles and upcoming PlayStation games, or you know that they're salivating. They are absolutely salivating. If you don't think that the thought at least went through their brain at the thought of best case scenario. What is best case scenario? Oh, baby, these live service games, they really pop off. The PC audience takes to them like a fish takes to water, and they certainly did with Helldivers 2. But look at how that turned out when you tried to implement PlayStation Network account linking. But that's not what PlayStation's thinking about. That's not what those upper heads are thinking about. They're not thinking about the vitriol you guys are going to not throw at them. They're thinking about how much money can we make off these people, this PC audience, because at the end of the day, they want you invested into their little bubble, their little ecosystem, and they realize with PlayStation, they're gonna hit a ceiling. There's gonna be a ceiling that you're always gonna get with consoles, and how do you break that ceiling? Well, you release the game on other platforms, and they've been doing pretty well. But it seems like somebody at PlayStation had that monkey claw gif or whatever, and they got to thinking, how can we monetize these people even further? How can we draw them into our ecosystem? And I say this because PlayStation isn't exclusive in this line of thinking. Microsoft wants you in their ecosystem. Ubisoft sure as hell wants you in their ecosystem, given that they aren't releasing their games on Steam. You think Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be on Steam right away? It's not. That's because they are salivating at the thought of bringing you into their ecosystem. All of these publishers, if they can have it their way. You think EA would be back on Steam if everybody took to Origin and people were buying their games on Origin? They wouldn't be back on Steam because EA themselves were salivating at the thought of bringing people on over to their ecosystem. All of them too. Activision thought with Call of Duty on Battle.net, they were salivating to have you on their ecosystem. Bethesda was salivating to have you in their ecosystem, but then they come crawling back to Steam. With PlayStation, they're going a little bit of a different route where they're releasing their games on Steam, but this is the first piece of the puzzle. They're gonna be requiring PlayStation Network account linking, much like Ubisoft for a long time required a Ubisoft Connect launcher and still required you to log in and so on and so forth. Now they exclusively sell on that platform. Does PlayStation ultimately think that they can pop off with their own platform? I'm sure. Their long-term vision, they're thinking, best case scenario, Concord is huge, man. These guys, they love the hero shooters. They love Marvels of the Galaxy. They're buying skins left and right for Concord on PC, but right now, those microtransactions on PC, we're giving some money to Valve, and we don't like that, but think about it. I'm talking about best case scenario in their head. They take little steps like requiring PlayStation Network account linking, and then all of a sudden you see the PlayStation launcher get dropped. If Ubisoft wants to do it, if EA wants to do it, if Bethesda wants to do it, if Rockstar wants to do it, all of these publishers, they want to do it. You're damn right Sony's gonna want to do it as well, and maybe in their brain they think their games are so good that if they at some point restrict their exclusives coming to a supposed PlayStation launcher and stapling PlayStation Plus onto it as well, they're probably thinking we'll make money hand over fist. All the microtransaction dollars, all the PlayStation sales, and it's all gonna be in-house. If you don't think this went through their mind and in a world where they could have it their way and it's best case scenario, that's absolutely what they want to do. They can collect all the revenue, they want to have games pop off, and they can monetize it to the nth degree and just rake in a lot of revenue. Right now, that's just not going to be possible. If they do a PlayStation launcher for a game like Conquer, that game is going to be an even more big of a failure than it's already setting up to be. But ultimately, I guarantee you that's their goal, but let's see if that goal comes to fruition. I foresee games like God of War Ragnarok selling fairly well. That game is just at a level where it's gonna do okay. Ghost of Tsushima, it's interesting because that game sold well on the basis that yes, it required PlayStation Network account for Legends, but most people bought that game for the single-player component. Like, you guys let me know. Those of you that are playing Tsushima, how many of you guys have actually linked your PlayStation Network account? I imagine it's few and far between, but you guys let me know. With God of War Ragnarok, just to play the game, you're going to require an account. Like, no, that's not the end of the world. There's a lot of games that have required launchers, and they've done fine. You think Red Dead 2 hasn't sold well on Steam? It absolutely has. GTA 5, so on and so forth. But God of War Ragnarok is going to be the first single-player game adding this barrier for entry, so it'll be interesting. And, you know, much like Ghost of Tsushima, obviously, it won't be sold in those regions where PSN isn't offered, which is unfortunate. God of War priced at $59.99, by the way, if you guys are interested. But there you go with that. Just wanted to rant a little bit more. Didn't get as heated as I thought I would get as I was recording this video, but, you know, it's early in the day. And maybe my screaming isn't something my neighbors want to hear right now, so it's probably for the best. But that'll do it for me. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.